What's up, people? Welcome back to Football Insights, where we talk about football-related issues concerning transfers, player profile, and other football matters. So, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you click on the subscribe button. You press the post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you will be the first person to receive it. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. On IG, it is football_insights. On X, it is footy_insights. And then on TikTok, it is football_insights 0 on TikTok. Make sure you go and click on the link. The links are in the description. Go and click on the link and then follow us. Let's get interactive. So, of course, it's been 3 days, 2 days, 2.5, 3 days since I posted my last video. It's been international break. So, international break, mostly I rest and then do one or two research about a particular video, and then I give you one video during the international break. But the international break seems like it has ended for the European teams, but the South American boys will play. But let's see. This weekend club football returns back. Club football returns this weekend. So, of course, games are going to pop up this weekend. So, expect more from your various teams, your favorite teams, the Barcelona, the Real Madrid, the Chelsea, the Man City, the Arsenal, the Manchester United. Expect big things from them. When I say big things, some certain teams will be saying, nah, bro, there is no big thing coming. But, and we, the believers, we believe that big things are coming. So, but and during every international break, I give you one particular video that I think it is, outside the scope that people don't really watch that way, or they don't really watch that particular place. So during the last international break, I gave you tactical periodization video where we talked about how the secret behind Jose Mourinho's success, what Jose Mourinho has been using for the past decades, in his managerial career. And then we got to know that it was, brought by a sports scientist in Porto, called Victor Frade. So he helped Jose Mourinho. So you got to know all of that. And then if you want to know the video, if you want to check out the video, the link is also in the description. Go and check out that particular video. Very, very educative video. So in this particular video, we'll be talking about the 2024-2025 Champions League format. There is a new Champions League model. People have not realized it. Even if people know it, their mind has not really, be up for it. So they are drawing your mind back to it. That in the 2024-2025 season of the Champions League, there is a new model. You would have to know, and that is why I'm here to explain the model for you. Mind you, let's sway away from the topic. Gavi has, torn his ligaments. It is expected that he will be out for 6 to 8 months. Speed recovery to him. People will say you don't like Gavi. Why are you doing this? No, it's not like I don't like Gavi. Of course, I know there is certain part of his game, certain part of his game is not, appealing as a central midfielder, and that is what I criticize about Gavi. But it is injury, a massive injury. So speed recovery to Gavi. I am feeling for his family right now, especially his mom right now. But speed recovery to Gavi. I know he will come back stronger like Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati has not been strong, but Ansu Fati is back, and then he is playing his football in Brighton. So speed recovery to Gavi. That is just by the way, though. But let's come back to the Champions League format, the new format, 2024-2025 format for the Champions League. The Champions League has been following, trend for the past decades now. It's always been 32 teams, 4 teams from Spain, 4 teams from England, 4 teams from Germany, 4 teams from Italy, and then the other teams, the other nations will also occupy the space. But this particular format is a bit different. Well, it is not going to be 4 teams. Of course, certain slots will be given to certain nations, and then we'll come to that. But then the groups is going to change. The groups is going to change. Currently there are 32 teams competing in the Champions League, but the new format says that 36 teams are going to compete for this particular format, new format. It means that 4 additional teams in the Champions League, because from 32 to 36 is 4. So 4 additional teams in the Champions League, and then this also means that the games that we play in the Champions League will increase. by 50%. So if we are playing 100 games in the Champions League, now we are going to play 150 games in the Champions League. Do you know what it means? It means more money, more matches, more burden on the players. I'm not a fan of that, but I don't operate in UEFA, so I don't know. I can't do anything about it. So we are here to explain the format for you. So as I said earlier, 32 teams. Now it is being increased to 36. You understand? So of course, I am not a fan of this particular format. Let me be honest, but then I can't do anything about it as I said earlier. So, each team will play 8 opponents, unlike the old Champions League, format that each team will play 3, opponents. In this particular format, each team. So if you are a Barcelona, you are a Chelsea, you are a Manchester United, you will play 8 opponents. What does it mean? It means that you are going to play 4 home games, 4 away games, because you are playing 8 opponents. Unlike the old Champions League format, that is you'll be playing 3 home games and then 3 away games. Here you are playing 4 home games, 4 away games. It means that 2 more games, and then everyone is playing 2 more games. Well, it is more games, more money for the UEFA, more burden on the players. But that is the format. Well, that is the format for you. And then let's get this clear. The 8 teams you'll be playing in the group, all the top ranks, all the people who will be first, all the teams who will be first in that particular 8 group will automatically qualify for the last 16. Mind you, the changes has been made in the group stage. That is where most of the changes are. Coming to the last 16, last 8, and then the last 4, and then the final, there is no much changes there. So the group stages is where the changes are, or is where the changes has been affected. So the top teams, the teams that will be first in that particular 8 group will qualify for the last 16. So we have 8 teams in the last 16. That is how the new format is saying. And then the last 8 teams that will make up to the various 8 teams that will qualify for the last 16 is going to be of course, the first team has qualified. So the remaining 7 teams, and here UEFA indicates that from the 9th team to the 24th team, they will do a playoff, or they will play a playoff. And then that playoff, it is going to be massive playoff, because when the team is even last, best believe that you are the second, but he is going to challenge you for that particular slot. It is not going to be easy, and that is where the more games will come from, because there is a playoff. Unlike the old Champions League, group stage, where the first and second will qualify, the third will go to the Europa League, and then the last will relegate. But this particular one, even the 3rd place or the 4th place is fighting for a slot in the last 16. So it tells you what the new format is looking for. It is looking for more games. It is looking for more money. It is looking for much burden on the players. So we have 8 teams that have qualified, and then the remaining 8 teams are going for playoffs. So when we get those particular 8 teams, they will come and play the last 16. We call it round 16. When part of the world, we call it round 16. And then from the round 16, or from the last 16, they will come to last 8. That is the quarterfinal, and then the last 4, and then the final. So this is how the Champions League format is being played. So someone is going to ask, 32 teams. Now we are going for 36 teams. Where are those 3 teams going to come from? Where are they coming from? It has been reported that UEFA wants to bring Al-Nassr into the Champions League, because they feel they are one of the most popular teams in the world, and then their popularity will help the Champions League. When that thing happens, of course, it is Ronaldo's influence. You can't take that away from Al-Nassr. You can't take that away from Ronaldo. But I don't believe so. But UEFA can do it. UEFA can do anything. They are more corrupt than us, so they can do anything. That is the reports out there. But here, UEFA is saying that additional slots, UEFA didn't specify where the slot will come from, or how many slots, because it is 4 teams. So UEFA didn't indicate where the slot, how many slots will come from these nations. But they are saying that additional slot will come from two best European nations over the previous seasons. And then the two best nations over the previous seasons in the UEFA Champions League is England and then Spain. So definitely, England is going to get one slot. That is, yeah, comparatively one slot. Spain is going to get one slot comparatively. Already they have four slots, so they are going to get one slot from England, one slot from Spain. That is what it means, because they have been the most performing nations over the previous seasons in the Champions League. And then UEFA is saying that the third slot or the third slot will come from the fifth nation in the UEFA ranking. So first is England, second is Spain, third is Italy or Germany, yeah, to some extent Germany, and then fourth Italy, fifth is what? French League 1, Le Championnat, and then the Portuguese League. They are fighting for the fifth and then the sixth, UEFA ranking. So that is where the other slots will come from, and then it is a good idea because France is not getting the participants in the Champions League. They are always getting two automatic, and then one will go for playoff. But if additional slots comes, it is going to help them. It is going to help them. So it is very, very, very good for France and then Portuguese football. Very good for them. So that is where UEFA is saying there is 4 additional slots. Listen, there is 4 additional slots. Additional slot is going to come from two best performing nations in the past seasons in the UEFA Champions League. So it means that one from England, one from Spain. That is 2. The third slot is going to come from the fifth nation in the UEFA ranking. It means that that is another slot. That is 3. So the one remaining slot, where is it coming from? That is the question. And that has been the report going on that it is going to be Al-Nassr. Let's see whether it is going to be Al-Nassr or it is not going to be Al-Nassr. But ladies and gentlemen, this is your new Champions League format. There is no more 32 teams again. It is now going to be 36 teams. New Champions League format for the 2024-2025 season edition going. So that is where, or that is how the UEFA Champions League is going to look like. Massive games is going to happen in the Champions League. Even if your favorite big teams didn't qualify, best believe that they will come. So ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. Hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, just click on the like button, press the post notification bell, subscribe to the channel so that anytime we upload, you will be the first person to receive it. Thank you so much for your time. Massive recovery to Gavi. Speed recovery to Gavi, man. I feel for you, man. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.